Hello, welcome back. So here I'm going to just continue talking about different objects that the Igbo people interact with, different celestial objects. And before we go on, have you subscribed? Please do us a favor and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, like the video if you like them, of course, honestly, but of course, like the video and share it with your friends. Let them get to understand the Igbo culture, and probably they are Igbos too. Who knows? Okay, so let's look at how the Igbo people interact with the sky. So when you look up, you'll see this large kind of blanket covering us. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's dark. Like at night, you see the dark night sky. Okay, so we call it Igwe. Igwe is the Igbo name for the sky. Okay, so the sky is taken as the heaven. So the Igbo think that that is the heaven, and this is reasonable because, like, you literally have to look up. We have this understanding that where you look up, the up is facing the heaven. So the sky is the heaven, okay, and that is where the God lives. So you see, the sun is the God living in the heaven. So sun living in the sky. So makes sense, right? So in Igbo adage, there is a saying that the sky is higher than the ground or the earth, because we call the earth the ground sometimes. So the sky is higher than it, but this is translated as Igwe Ka'ala. So Igwe Ka'ala means the heaven is higher than the earth. Now, this is a way to describe how high the sky is, and truly it is high. Because of that, the Igbo people think that it deserves to be worshipped, right? So they turned it into a deity. At the time, the deity is called Igwe Kala. And so you find the deity being worshipped at different parts of the Igbo land. A particular example is the Umunoha close to Owerri. And this deity has so much respect that people come from different parts of the country just to seek powers from this deity. So I will also talk about the cloud. When you look at the sky, you mostly will see another layer which is usually whitish, and that one moves. So the moving cloud, it seems to have a lot of social impact in the lives of the Igbo people. So it has a lot of social significance, and it's really interesting how these things happen, and even how do we even come about this thing. So the cloud is called Urama. So the moving cloud in particular is quite interesting, and we attribute it to rain making. So we see when this cloud gets dark, and it works together with the sky, right? So when you see the red color of the sky or the cloud, we begin to think that there is some death happening, maybe the death of an important person, especially the people of Owerri. They interpret that as death of someone important. There is also sky washing that happens especially at night. I think this cut across different parts of Africa. People look up night sky a lot, and one of the interesting things that we see are the stars, and so you can keep admiring them and even forget yourself. Okay, so sky watching is quite interesting, and one of the things that sky watching does, like when it's not at night, we see the rainbow. So sometimes you see the dynamics between the cloud coming together because it wants to, rain. Of course, there is a scientific interpretation to that, and sometimes you see a rainbow. So the Igbo people interpret the appearance of a rainbow when the clouds come together as a sign that the rain will no longer fall. So usually it's assumed that when clouds start coming together and they start getting darker, then it's about to rain and people start getting ready, preparing for that to rain. However, once the rainbow appears, it's a sign that it will no longer rain, right? So these are different interpretations as well. But this is actually science because they are making observations and making inferences as a result of the observations and end up impacting their lives with those inferences. In fact, inferences make up the decision that we end up taking. Okay, so that's that. Then still on the cloud and the sky. So the sky is taken to be the husband compared to the earth. The earth is like the wife. So and how this happens, I think instead of the sky is the cloud in this case because the cloud is the one that gathers when rain is about to form. Okay, so the cloud is the husband and the earth is the wife. So they think that for rain to fall, the cloud have to release semen, more like meeting with the wife, so that there will be abundant harvest. So rain falls to bless the earth, and the earth will yield increase. And that's how we are able to have food. Because when you make, when you plant, you are able to make a lot of harvest when the rain fall on it. And that is a very interesting interpretation. But when the cloud, like the husbandman, is angry, then it's like the gods are angry, and so they withhold the rain, and there is drought, and of course there will not be food as a result. This is very common. We interpret this a lot of time. When there is drought, of course, the gods are angry. So these are very funny to me right now, but like thinking about it, that these were people's reality. This is how they were living at the time. It's quite interesting. Then there is also the sky as a defender, you know, defender of the just, especially when you hear the thunders and the lightning. It is understood that the sky gives justice, right? So if an innocent person is being oppressed, and there may be some charms are buried against that innocent person. So the thunder and lightning would go to dig out that charm. And once that happens, the charm is no longer um, powerful. The power is rendered useless. And so that's a way it defends the innocent. Okay, so very interesting rendition, right? But yeah, that's these are different ways that the Igbo people think about the cloud, think about the sky in general. So I'm gonna keep it here for the sky and the cloud. Again, catch me in the next video for the other objects.